while people sew into phones and recording, what happened to helping and calling the authorities? Sad times. And that's for her.
Oh, okay.
You don't got to snitch, but you ain't got to watch it go down like that either. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel her, BV Drug. Thanks for commenting.
Let's go. Brandon says Geen. Don't know what that means. And then a bunch of emojis, and I'm going to put them in order.
The human race is divided in two distinct sexes, male and female. While the typical man is a simple creature, there exists a subgroup, the nice guy, a dying breed of chivalrous, romantic, domesticated gentlemen whose qualities are desired by the opposite sex, allegedly. However, they are dismissed and confined in such concepts as the bestie, work husband, and the dreaded friend zone. Joe, Jason, and Manny are the last of the nice guys.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning into another Last of the Nice Guys podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and with me is Manny. Joe is currently indisposed at the moment as he is allegedly relocating from New York City to Atlanta, Georgia. Allegedly. So without further ado, let's get this episode started as we are doing a Nice Guys Response, Part 4. All right, guys. That was my best impression of Joe's skeezy, weird intro.
You forgot the lisp.
See, told you I should have had Manny do it. That's what I get for trying to be more proactive in this podcast. We've been missing for a week or so. Reasons, miscommunication. Manny's an idiot, and Joe is unable to make it because of his stuff. So instead of not giving you guys another episode this week, which is going to be a doozy of an episode when I finally get to this one, we're going to give you a Nice Guys Response 4. We're going to respond to all the comments that I've been building up. It's not that many this time, and then give you a short episode. It's better than nothing. We'll laugh, we'll cry, and then next week, Manny willing, and we will have episode 72 for you. So let's hit it. The first comment. Okay, wait. First, Manny, did you want to say anything?
I was going to say, do you remember what episode we left on the last time?
Well, I'm just going to read what I got. And if it's a repeat, then it's a repeat. I'll just delete them afterwards. Listen, you guys, leave us stuff alone. All right. So, all right. Nice Guys Response.
I think we... I think 55 was like the last episode that we
did comments for.
I think so.
All right. Well, with that being said, episode 66, A Father's Tale, definition of character. A very, very angry episode for me. I was pissed. Adrian Robinson says, podcast comment Joe is definitely gang hala on Albemarle. And he actually sent a Google Maps image of where he can get some good halal or whatever it's called. So he goes, LOL, but run their podcast. Don't be a cheap date. We are manifesting surf and turf gang, and you better tell her good night when she drops you to the door. At Jason, whispering is considered to be too aggressive when you're from New York. Plus, the Jamaican blood don't help. Facial expressions will tell all your secrets. At Manny, it's not you. It's the tank tops. I don't remember what we said. So thanks, Adrian, for sending us a comment. True, very true about the whispering. When you start whispering, getting quite low, them's fighting words. So any response to Adrian's comment? I do need to check out that halal place the next time I'm in New York.
I definitely want to check something out like that. We should see if there's anything down here.
In honor of Joe's relocation, we go get some halal together.
Just take pictures and be like, "Hey, buddy."
Is that is it your kids coughing again?
No.
You have a pet? You actually have a pet?
Yeah, I got a pet.
I didn't know you had a pet. I didn't know you were
I'm not.
pet person.
I'm not.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a depressing story, and I'd rather not get into it.
Understood.
But as
There
far
is there are
as
vets though for that hacking COVID cough that you're cured.
I don't know what the hell's going on with her. As far as the tank top, I don't really wear tank tops. I gotta remind, like, go back to what the hell we were talking
I
about.
do. We're at episode. We would have been episode 71, so that's like almost 10 weeks ago. So, and that's a long time. So I don't know what he was referring to anymore, which is why I had originally promised you guys that I wasn't gonna let this happen again.
And it happened.
but you know me, anticipation for precipitation, stack chips for rainy days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find where I put my thingy with the face. Oh, well, that's what I get. Oh no, it's right there. I was gonna say. All right, so that's that. There we are. Nice guys response 4. I'm trying to figure these things out. Sorry guys, this is what happens when miscommunication leads to chaos.
Shut your mouth. It's working out.
What you said? You're twerking. You're twerking where?
I said you shut your mouth. It's working out.
All right. So the next comment we have comes from Sherlina. She's a former coworker of mine who retired. She goes, wow, people so into phones and recording. What happened to helping and calling the authorities? Sad times. And that's for her.
Oh, okay.
Now you know what that episode is about.
Yeah.
Is what the fuck is wrong with you people? And I absolutely agree that the fact that those people recorded it instead of helping and didn't want to get involved, and I condemned you completely. I completely condemned you. And what did we do? We had read all the excuses they had, right? And not a single excuse was justified.
Made sense. No,
not a single excuse.
None of it.
What about you? You still feel the same way? You still back up your words from that episode? I forget which episode that was. Let me see.
It's definitely disheartening.
That's episode 64, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck is wrong with society?
It's definitely disheartening to know that society has gone to this point where it's like, oh my God, something's going on over there. Instead of trying to help out and fix the situation, and record it and not do nothing.
World star.
And it's stupid. Yeah, I back everything up that I say about that. People are a bunch of idiots. It's sad.
All right, we're gonna move on to it's a comment on our Instagram. Okay, so the first comment was on our YouTube. The second comment was actually a message sent to me directly on Facebook Messenger. This one is on our Instagram. I'm telling you, we get them everywhere.
I got a few on my YouTube channel too.
Did you? Well, okay. Well, we don't have time for all that. So
it's only like 4. So
okay, fine. It's also for episode 64, where Trini Bunny, thanks for commenting. She goes, "The world needs more guys like you." So basically, we discussed what we would have done in that situation, and she was responding to that. So thanks, Trini Bunny. We do try to be nice guys and chivalrous when we can, especially when in times like that, right, Manny?
Sometimes.
It's fantastic. Did you want to thank her for saying the world needs more guys like us, or do you want
to? Did she mean all of us, or like one of us in particular? And wasn't there somebody said that one of us had a weird laugh?
Not a weird laugh, or enjoyed our laugh. I don't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
No, yeah, she enjoyed our laugh, and I said, give us a timestamp so we can tell you which one it was. So, but no, that was her. That was Onita actually who did that.
But yeah, we need to know which one of the 3 of us, the world needs more of.
BV Drug said in the same post, it's a love-hate relationship with Philly for me. Beautiful city with amazing history, but the people believe that ain't see nothing, ain't say nothing code. Really weird. So that's what she says about Philadelphia, which I guess it's kind of like the extreme version of don't snitch kind of thing. But at the same time, you don't gotta snitch, but you ain't gotta watch it go down like that either. You know what I'm trying to say? So I feel her, BV Drug. Thanks for commenting. I've never been to Philadelphia, except for I think for Hershey. Is that where Hershey Town is? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that's weird. But I guess ain't see nothing, ain't say nothing. But that's the thing though. some of these ain't seen nothings were recording that shit on their phone. So they saw something and they were recording something. They were saving for posterity, I guess. People. All right. What else I got? What else did I got? Is that the same one twice? This is the same one twice. A comment from Crystal on our YouTube. Can a man ask for his money back after a bad date? Fuck, I love that episode. Episode 67. I love that episode. Crystal says, this is why I like Dutch. When I was she puts parentheses, when I was in the market. If it's a one and done, there's no hard feelings. Also, I like to drive myself where we meet up. This way, if it goes wrong, I'm not stuck with an awkward drive home, because I don't want someone knowing where I live from the jump. Which is funny because I'm dating, and I'm meeting women, and I want to be the gentleman and say, hey, listen, let me pick you up from your place. But at the same time, I don't want to be like, yo, look, where you live, let me pick you up.
Where are you?
Exactly. So it's a weird dance because one girl was like, no, I can meet you there. Another girl was like, well, meet there. Why can't you pick me up? I'm just like, well, I didn't want to ask you for your spot. It's sketchy these days. It's not the way it used to be. It's weird, bro, because dating is so fucking weird. Yep. You don't know if holding a door for her is going to piss her off, or she's going to be mad that you didn't hold a door. You don't know if you should ask, hey, you want to meet there? And she's like, well, can't you pick me up? Or you say, hey, I'm going to pick you up. And she's like, ew, you want my number, my address already? I don't give that to people. It's so freaking weird, bro. So like that's what that comment reminded me of. Because literally in the last 3 women, 2 of them were okay with giving me their location. 1 was not. And I just said, okay, cool, relax. I'm just trying to be a nice guy, but remember that for the future. Response to Crystal?
I think it's absolutely hilarious because back in the day before cell phones became smartphones, we actually had to do all this differently. You actually had to spend a lot more time with somebody to get to know them. Yep. And like in person, and then show up at their house, or they show up at your house or whatever. Like, yep. It was never what it is today. So it's actually crazy. And I think back to one of our older episodes, how technology screwed everything up.
You're right.
But I totally agree with her, man. Like, she's what she says about going Dutch, and she is, like I said, a unicorn. So
she is, and we're still waiting for her to come on the podcast to explain her first date and how that all went down, how that first date going Dutch led to marriage, because I don't understand that. I literally don't. Most women, almost all women, sorry, I'm going to generalize this. I would like to say all women, but there's always that outlier. Almost all women would not accept going Dutch on a first date.
Nope.
They would leave that date, no matter how handsome the guy is, no matter how rich he may be, no matter what he's got going on. She'd go back to her homegirls and curse him out and never speak to him again. Mind you, this is the age of Me Too, and time's up, and we're just as good as you, but please take us out and pamper us. It's the most it's the most hypocritical thing right now.
Yeah. I think if a woman was to go on Dutch, right, or go Dutch on a date, it's not a date for them.
Exactly.
It's not considered a date for them.
But at the same time, if a guy pays for it, it is considered, i.e. the girl that I'm sort of seeing right now, right? The first time I took her out, I just took her to go see Spider-Man at the IMAX. That's it. I didn't buy any. Well, she didn't want anybody. I didn't buy any condiments, refreshments, anything.
We want a ketchup packet.
And so I told, okay, well, let me know when you're ready for a first date. So well, that was a first date. I was like, no, that was me taking you to see Spider-Man at IMAX. I don't consider that a first date. No, it was because you paid. I said, really? That's all it is? A guy's paying us a first date? Fine, cool. Second date then. I was like, whatever. So, it's weird. It's a weird time. It's a weird time to be single. It really is.
It's a great time to be single.
It is not. Okay, and that's it. That's all of them. There were duplicates. So that's all the comments that I have right there and then. Thank you guys so much for commenting. I promise. No, I don't promise. I'll just keep bundling up together and then just doing more response videos. And we like it because you guys seem to like it. The third response video went gangbusters. It was a hit, and I was just like, I don't know why. So, keep commenting. And so let's see if number 4 is. Well, it's gonna be a shorter episode, but if number 4 hits big, then I know that the response videos are all you guys want to listen to. Manny has his own comments that he wants us to respond to.
I have 4.
Yeah, you do, you sucker.
Episode 69, which was
yeah, baby.
Yeah, the top 10 top 10 or women's top 10 sexual fantasies. Let's Go, Brandon.
That was all. let's go, Brandon. Okay.
Again, I don't know any of these people. These are
all from your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, all from my YouTube.
Where you post the okay, Manny has a YouTube channel where he posts all the clips that I create for this podcast and the other podcasts that I have to name drop because I just paid the renewal fee for the server. Carry on.
Let's Go, Brandon says Geen. Don't know what that means. And then a bunch of emojis, and I'm gonna put them in order. Arm.
Okay.
That face.
Okay.
This thing.
You're gonna have to. Okay, remember. This is a podcast. It's more
okay. So
auditory.
Strong man.
Arm flexing.
Yeah, arm flexing. Crazy face with the tongue out.
Crazy face with the tongue out.
What is this?
The devil horns.
Yeah, the devil horns. Then it's 2 legs.
2 legs.
Two air puffs, air clouds.
2 puffs of air.
Yeah, and like 7 icons of shit.
7 icons of shit.
Yes. Don't know. I have no idea.
Fantastic.
Right. Yeah.
That was probably one of those. That's probably one of those describe something in emojis and you have to figure it out. Like that's the new charades. So
and then I got 2 more. Episode 71, what we expect from 2022.
Oh snap, the one that just came out.
Yep.
Late.
Craig,
my fault.
Craig Saunders says, instead we get the Great Reset. Goal 500 million world population. Who is going?
That's a good comment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good comment because they did say that, and they've been okay. The Great Reset. This is not a conspiratorial term. If you look at some of the administrators and some of the different talks going on through the years, they've all mentioned what they can do with this they've said it over and over again, the Great Reset, the Great Reset, the Great Reset. They've always been saying this in all those high level meetings. There's actually, if you type in the Great Reset, I think into Google or to YouTube, you can find a compilation of world figures saying, now in this time, what can we do? How can we contribute? How can we make the world better during this Great Reset? So yeah, that's true. I don't know how well they're doing it now because there's a lot of pushback and people really don't give a shit anymore about COVID, at least here in the States. They really don't, with all these alleged variants. Like people are getting tired of it, but you're right.
That's why they have article random, and I shouldn't say random. I should say a bunch of articles about people calling out of work multiple times because of a COVID scare, or just I was around with somebody who tested positive, so I'm out for 5 days. Thanks, CDC. Like just random stuff like that. There's a ton of articles out there. People like not going back to work or, whatever. And it just, the times right now, it's insane. It's crazy.
It's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. Everywhere is hiring, but nobody's hiring. Some places are enforcing a mandate to be hired. Some places are not. Some people, it's been rejected in the courts. It's not. I mean, this is madhouse. It makes me wonder. And mind you, this is the chaos that we see in front of our face. The chaos we're seeing in front of our face is masking what's going on behind the scenes. Could you imagine what's going on behind the scenes? Could you imagine what fuckery, what maliciousness is going on behind the scenes?
My very my concern is, again, every time we turn around, there's a different variant, there's a different this, there's a different that. As long as we've been dealing with COVID, how all of a sudden do we have flu-rona?
Yeah,
we've had the flu forever. We've been dealing with COVID for the last 2-3 years now, and all of a sudden, hey, did you know flu-rona is a thing?
Yeah,
did you?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
But did you hear? As of today in the radio, I think they said Fauci said that we may never get rid of COVID, and the COVID might be a persistent thing forever, like the flu,
of course, or
whatever.
And we've said that. We've said this is going to be another thing to contract and get sick off of, just like everything else. It's going to be another thing.
That we're never going to get rid of COVID because COVID was never what it. All right, whether you believe COVID exists or not, and I'm on the fence about it because, come on, give me a fucking break. It's a bug. But the fact is,
The man caught it twice, by the way.
Yes, allegedly,
and survived.
And
he may not have looked as pretty as he did before, but
listen, I have an entire series of videos called "A Friend with Issues." It's another podcast. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. Even this man right here, he made me re-record his, but he was on it, and you could not tell that I was sick with COVID that entire time. Almost every episode that I recorded in that series of podcasts, I was sick. You didn't see me wheezing, coughing. I didn't have any pill. You had no idea. I kept it quiet because I didn't want to hear no else from nobody. And I recorded these via Zoom. You can't tell. And that was the first time. And the first time for me was allegedly worse than the second time. The second time, I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, well, whatever. Yeah.
Although there's more articles out there of false testing or false positives being put out there.
Exactly. And I guarantee you my second one, for my first one, I felt a little off, but it didn't feel like, oh my God, a pandemic's going to kill me. I need to go to the hospital. The second time, that had to be a false positive. Had to have been. Because I'm telling you right now, I felt nothing. I just sat home for 12 days and did nothing. And you people were like, oh, you love it. Well, I loved it when I was at the old job. The new job, I was like, they're going to replace me. So, no. It just sucks. And that comment right there is brilliant. It's beautiful. And it captures everything. We are on the cusp of a great reset. And like I've said many times in many different podcasts, we are systematically watching the dismantling of our society in real time. As they find another way to divide us and conquer us. Now it's the vax versus the unvaxxed, and there's more vaxxed, but the vaxxed are still getting sick. So the unvaxxed, you think the unvaxxed will start being looked? There was a did I send it to you guys via Instagram, right? Let me find that thing on Instagram. Where is it? I sent it. Yeah.
I don't know. My phone died.
Oop, that's my.
Take back, so choose wisely.
Okay. It says
there are some things you just can't take back.
Choose wisely. Now, how do I turn this off? Okay, it's this chick, Alyssa Marley, whatever. She writes, imagine getting 4 vaccine shots in 1 year, still getting sick, and calling the unvaccinated people crazy. That's a beautiful sentiment. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 shots for an alleged pandemic, and you're still able to get sick. And there's more boosters coming.
Yep.
But you can still get sick. So why?
But not as sick.
But not as sick. Actually,
allegedly
not as sick. Now again,
it's just like the flu. The flu hits everybody differently.
It's everybody differently. And by the way, the flu shot is a guess.
Yep.
That's it. The scientists say, I think this variant will be this year's variant. That's why there's a disclaimer that says if you still get the flu, understand that this is just a shot in the dark.
Yep. Not our fault.
No, you can't blame us. There is a disclaimer, ladies and gentlemen, on the flu shot that states if you still get sick from the flu, we're not held liable because it is the best guesstimate of what variant would be popular this year.
Sad.
So you're injecting some nonsense into your body and you're rolling the dice when you could just get sick from the flu once. And the flu's not that fucking bad, guys. Come on, give me a break. It's a flu. Mm-hmm. It's a seasonal flu. I don't want to get sick. You get the seasonal flu probably once a year. Yep. You would rather take a shot in the dark, put some chemicals and probably aborted fetuses, allegedly, into your body.
I abort all my fetuses.
And potentially still get sick, than just live your life and get hit by the flu, let your immune system knock it out the gate for like one couple of days and get that's it. I mean, are we really that? Jesus. I don't know.
So last comment before you leave.
Stop! I gotta go.
Yeah, Jesus sausage again. Random people I don't know.
What? Say that again.
Jesus sausage.
Jesus sausage.
And he says is ha 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 to episode 71.
71 was was okay. Well, I wonder what he would have laughed at. I mean, it was a funny intro, and it was I put more Manny clips in there than anybody else because he had the more interesting things to say in theory, except for what I said at the very end. But it's true.
We're funny.
We are funny, and Manny is the funniest of the three. So he's comedy. I am dry cerebral humor, and Joe is is a joke in general. So, that's how it is. But that's it. That wraps up a Nice Guys Response Part 4 or Cuatro or whatever you want to call it. It's a mini episode, guys. The best we can do. It's better we give you something than nothing. We will be back next week, Manny willing, to do episode 72, which is going to be a doozy. Okay. Let me give you guys a hint right now. Are young girls sexualized? Let that sink in. Now, it's going to be interesting. It's two men talking about it, but I have a method to my madness. Think about it. And actually, if you guys are listening, why don't you send us your response in advance? Are young girls sexualized in general? We're talking about media. We're talking about activities, sports.
Yeah.
Send us a response. Email us, lastoftheniceguys.
I'm gonna hate this episode.
Yes, you are. So I would love to hear you guys come. I'd love to read some of these before the episode. So with that being said, I am Jason.
And I'm Manny.
And thank you for your time.
The Last of the Nice Guys. Follow, like, and subscribe on Twitter and Instagram at Last Nice Guys. Facebook.com/Last Nice Guys or email lastoftheniceguys@yahoo.com.